At the end of this second season of Invasion, humanity has evolved from being just a reactive victim to a fragmented, yet more conscious, resistance force. The cosmic chessboard has been drastically altered, and Season 3 will begin at the epicenter of even greater chaos. The biggest revelation was undoubtedly the nature of the portal, or the alien consciousness that Mitsuki managed to access. This is not just an invading fleet, but an interdimensional entity with a level of coordination that borders on the divine or the incomprehensible. The final scene with the opening of this gigantic rift is not a cliffhanger. It is a declaration of war on a scale we have not yet seen. Earth is now not just under attack, it is connected to the invaders' world. This means the threat is no longer just physical, ships and hunters, but potentially psychological, existential, and even temporal. The global resistance, once focused on destroying ships, now faces an enemy that can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Season 3 must explore the immediate consequences of this connection. What came through the portal? Is it an even larger invasion force? An energy wave that will alter the planet? Or worse, the alien consciousness itself manifesting on Earth? The war has shifted from a trench conflict to a battle for reality itself. Our protagonists, scattered across the globe, ended Season 2 at crucial turning points, and their narrative arcs will drive the next phase of the conflict. Anisha, who went from a desperate mother to a reluctant guardian of an alien biological weapon, now faces a massive moral dilemma. She holds the power to commit genocide against the invaders, but at what cost to her own humanity and that of her children? Season 3 will likely put her on a collision course with military factions that want to use her weapon without question, forcing her to become an unlikely leader or an outcast hunted by both sides. Travanti, the soldier whose soul was corroded by war, has finally found a new purpose: protecting Casper. He is no longer just a soldier seeking answers, but a guardian of one of the keys to victory. His journey will be less about fighting aliens and more about understanding and defending the psychic war that Casper represents. Becoming a father figure in an apocalyptic world, Mitsuki, in turn, has transcended science. Her connection with the alien consciousness was as much a scientific discovery as it was a spiritual and intimate experience. In Season 3, she will not just be a scientist. She will be an ambassador, a translator, or a psychic spy. She is the only person who can talk to the enemy, but this connection could corrupt her, deceive her, or transform her into something no longer human. Her struggle will be internal. How much of herself is she willing to sacrifice to understand the enemy? Season 3 has an obligation to start unraveling the why of the invasion. And the key to this is the collective consciousness, or hive mind. We have moved past the idea that they are just space monsters. There is a vast and unified intelligence behind it all. The opening of the portal suggests that the goal may not be simple territorial conquest, but something much more complex. A likely theory is terraforming on a quantum level. They aren't just changing the climate. They are trying to rewrite the laws of physics on our planet to make it compatible with their dimension. The portal is the channel for this rewriting. Another possibility is that Earth itself is a kind of artifact or energy source they wish to harvest. Humanity would just be an obstacle, an infestation to be removed. The major insight that Season 3 can explore is the vulnerability of this collective mind. If it's all interconnected, a psychic virus or a disruptive piece of information inserted in the right place, perhaps by Mitsuki or Casper, could cause a cascading collapse throughout the entire alien species. The war would become a battle of information, an invasion of the invaders' minds. We will see fragments of the alien society, history, or biology through Mitsuki's eyes, understanding that perhaps they too are fleeing from something or fulfilling a purpose that, from their perspective, is logical and necessary. Their lack of individuality will be the greatest contrast to the desperate individual struggle of each human being. If Season 1 was about shock and awe, and Season 2 was about physical resistance, Season 3 will undoubtedly be the psychic war. Casper and his link to the alien mind are no longer an anomaly. They are the prototype for humanity's next weapon. It is very likely that we will discover that other children or sensitive individuals around the world are awakening similar abilities. This will create a new battlefront. Project iDabble, the shadowy organization that studied these phenomena, will probably come out of the shadows to try to militarize these children, creating an internal conflict among human factions over how to use these psychics. The alien threat will also evolve in this regard. Instead of just ships, we can expect new forms of attack, mass illusions, mind control, memory manipulation, or even the possession of human bodies through the connection established by the portal. Paranoia will be a weapon as deadly as any laser beam. Psychic sentinels like Casper and perhaps Jamila will be the first and last line of defense against this mental invasion. The drama will deepen. How do you ask a child to bear the burden of a war fought inside the mind? Casper's mental health, his connection to life and death, and his ability to distinguish the real from the manipulated will be central themes, and Travanti will be his anchor to reality in a world that is increasingly becoming a conscious nightmare. Finally, Season 3 of Invasion must dive headfirst into the philosophical questions it has only scratched the surface of so far. What is the price of survival? To win, will humanity need to become more like its enemies? Anisha, with her biological weapon, and the military wanting to control psychic children are the first signs of this moral erosion. This series will question whether it is worth saving a world that has lost its soul in the process. Global collaboration, which we saw incipiently with the world resistance, will be tested to the extreme. Different nations and factions will have radically opposing ideas on how to fight. Total annihilation, communication via Mitsuki, or assimilation of alien technology. This internal ideological conflict could be as dangerous as the external threat. The big question this season might pose is the invasion an end or a catalyst for the next step in human evolution? The psychic connection, the understanding of a collective consciousness, could force humanity to evolve beyond its destructive individualism. The end of Season 3 will likely not be the victory of one side over the other, but a fundamental transformation of both. Earth may never be the same, and humanity, to survive, will have to be reborn from the ashes, not as it was before, but as something new, forged in the fire of a cosmic war for existence itself. And that's it. The third season of Invasion promises to be an all-out war for our very reality. With the portal open, the psychic war beginning, and our heroes at their limits, the question is no longer if humanity will resist, but what will be left of it in the end. So, did you enjoy this deep dive into what's to come? If you, like me, can't wait to see this cosmic war explode on screen, then smash that LIKE button below. It really helps the channel continue to bring you these detailed analyses. And if you're new here and love to dive deep into your favorite movies and series, don't waste any time. Subscribe now to Minute Recaps and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. What do you want to see analyzed here on the channel? What movie blew your mind? What series left you full of questions? Leave your suggestion in the comments below. The next video could be about your idea. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next recap. Stay tuned.